Hey, what's up, guys? This is Moose with more bullshit distribution. Just checking in on you guys, doing another video. What I wanted to touch up on this video is basically the business plan aspect of my business, how I want to execute it, and how I plan to move forward. Starting with nothing. The first goal of the company, our first month. What I've realized, doing the math on all the numbers, all the costs of everything, my business is going to cost me roughly, I believe, somewhere in the range of $5,000 to $6,000 a month, with 0 employees. I know, right? It's a crazy number. My office is only about like 500 or 600 square feet. It's tiny. It's about big enough to do a total of around 100 pounds probably a month. Hopefully, hopefully I can churn out those kind of numbers. That's best case scenario right there. 100 pounds a month as a distributor. I'll work my way up. Since I have no investors, I'm probably going to be starting off with a unit again, so I'm back at square one. But the reason I'm not like getting down about it, I look at it as just an opportunity, to start over again, but to start fresh, not have to worry about shit, not have to worry about the cops or anything of the sort. It's just the whole time, everyone, we all prefer to pay our taxes, pay our dues, but it's more so the sense that everyone's scared. We know a lot of growers that have really good potential to grow fire product, but they were too scared to fucking give their info to the counties or the state, back when applications were being turned in. So they're probably last in line now, unfortunately. All we can pray for is, when you go to grow, the cost to grow is a little more expensive. It's actually a lot more expensive because we have to pay taxes up front on our businesses. I don't know if this is the case for other companies that started up, but we got to pay taxes on an assumption of how much we're going to make on the year. So I took into account all that stuff when I was doing my business plan. I was honest about it. I don't know if I'm gonna land up. I don't know if I'm gonna get business from a farm. I could be only getting business from other distributors. You never know how things are gonna work out. So I always plan for the worst. An investor would be nice. Someone that could put up cash. I think the offer I made on my business plan was whatever an investor can put in. I'll give them. I think it was like 30 or 40% of the profits after taxes are taken out. Since I'm doing all the work, you're making the money off of my work, and that's why it's only at like 30%. But the reason why is because I wanted to use all that money to basically start hiring employees right off the bat. But on like the state on the applications and stuff, I said 0 employees. I don't know if I'm gonna get as big as I think I'm gonna be. You never know. Like shit happens. So I just keep it real though. I keep it 100% honest. I don't bullshit. But yeah, on the business plan, we are planning on what we're planning on doing. The short-term goal would be to land at least one farm business. Each 2,000 square feet, you're getting 60 top shelf buds, you're getting 40 mids or something like that, and then however many of the smalls you're getting on each plant. So you just do the math. Most grows are going to be around 10,000, 20,000 square feet. They're going to be producing lots of weight, and a lot of these guys didn't get their distribution licenses, or that type of project is too big for them. It's a pretty big project. When you're doing distribution, it's not small time. It's you're doing all the paperwork for everyone. You're doing the transport, the packaging, the testing, the labeling. You're weighing it all out. You're making sure all the product's good. You're eating up losses left and right from the trim. So it's like you gotta really crunch down on numbers, or else you can really screw yourself. So I made a main focus when I did my business plan. it looks like shit to most people, you know, like the first couple of people that looked at my business plan were like, you know, how are you different than anyone else? And I look at them like, we're providing a product, you know, like at the end of the day, you know, the goal is to get a farm set up so that my dad can grow, because he grows extremely good organic bud. I've had lots of bud in, you know, and my patients have tried lots of people's stuff, you know, lots of our friends' stuff, our stuff, and you know, our stuff's always, for some reason, everyone likes it. It hits cleaner, you know. It it's like the high on it. It's like a creep up high, you know. So that's why I eventually want to get my dad set up, and I'll do some videos on his business plans, because I think he has 120,000 square feet of grow space available, but we can't find someone to put up the six. I think it's like 5 or 6 million, because the state's requiring a lot of taxes up front, and then, you know, you got the basic cost for the greenhouses and all that other shit. So, you know, if you're interested in that kind of stuff, you can hit us up. You know, we have no one. We don't really know anyone. You know, we're not rich. Fucking poor. You know, when you see my dad, you'll understand. You know, we don't give a shit what we look like. You know, like we just live our life. But yeah. So my business plan, I did a pretty rough sketch. I applied for like a grant for the state's offering to those of us that are just didn't have the opportunity of others. You know, it to survive in the cannabis industry is a lot harder, you know. So they were offering that, so I decided to apply on a whim, you know. I did a rough sketch business plan, you know, where I said like my first year I wanted to go ahead and land at least one farm business, clear out that farm. Hopefully, you know, that leads into more farms. You know, the more people I can hire to do trimming and stuff, because trimming's gonna pay extremely well. You know, trimmers make $100 a pound, you know, and most trimmers can do 3 to 5 pounds, sometimes 8 if they're really good, a day. And you know, that's getting paid on the job. Like, you're getting, not on the job, you're getting paid, but per pound, you know. So you're making anywhere from 300 to fucking $800 a day as an employee. I mean, that's good money, you know. After taxes, you're walking away with more than people make at fucking Apple and other places. Um, so it's just you know, I did my business plan in the sense that I wanted to go ahead and possibly just sell off half the company. But you know, the more I looked at it, I decided, you know, I'm not gonna go into business with other people. Myself as as a distributor, but for growing, we're gonna need someone. You know, that's too much money. But distribution, I'm perfectly fine with starting with nothing. You know, I'll work my way up to the top eventually. Um, yeah, so our first year, we planned on getting, at least landing one farm. You know, the second, third year, you know, we're hoping business is doing better, because by then I should have saved a bunch of cash that I don't spend. Like I said before, I'm gonna live broke, so you know, I can save as much money as possible. Um, you know, I want to get to the point where I'm moving boxes on the legal side. You know, like that's pretty much what it comes down to. Because once you hit boxes on the legal side, you know, it's insane money every deal. You know, it's really good profits, enough to sustain a bunch of employees, enough to pay the taxes, enough to the tax money that's going to be generated from cannabis is going to be ridiculous. I think the people at the county and state level really need to rethink what they're going to need to use that tax money for, because it's going to be a lot more than a lot of industries offer. Just because, you know, Cali bud's really fucking good bud.